Hey, good morning. Today is Tuesday, September 19th. My name is Shawn Hart, and I'm going to continue my reading of one of my books titled Private Label Millionaire Secrets. Seth Stevens and I co authored this book, launched in February of 2022, and it's been a pretty remarkable journey since then. There are a lot of pretty in depth tactics and strategies to launching physical products. Today, we're going to tackle chapter 7, which is the Amazon listing tripwire. Now, before you get turned off and you think to yourself, oh, well, I don't sell on Amazon, this is not important to me, don't make that fatal mistake for your business, because although we're using the Amazon platform to explain some of the ideas of launching private label products, we've been launching private label products since way before the Amazon FBA game started. So the fundamentals are still effective and can still be used to launch successful private label products. So don't turn your nose up thinking, well, I'm not an Amazon seller, this doesn't apply to me. For those of you just joining, my name is Shawn Hart. I'm co-author of Private Label Millionaire Secrets, and I'm reading each chapter page by page, word for word, for a couple of reasons. I want to connect with you out there in the community, and also want to give you the opportunity where you don't have to spend your money on downloading the Audible book. You can simply tune in here. I'm on chapter 7. I think we have like 3 more chapters to go if I include the bonus chapter. But if you look right down below here, there you go, you can see this URL, pppro.co/Shawn Reads. That will forward you or redirect you to the YouTube playlist where you can literally listen to every single chapter as I'm unveiling them. So today is chapter 7, the Amazon listing tripwire. We're going to talk about some cool stuff. I just got back from Seattle, and I was using the tripwire in Seattle. This is a replica of a $1,000 U.S. banknote. Maybe you don't know, but the U.S. used to print $500 bills, $1,000 bills, $10,000 bills, and they stopped printing these $1,000 bills back in 1934. So I've acquired a few of these to give to my children when they grow up. So I was just in Seattle at Amazon Accelerate, and we were allowing folks to enter a drawing to win a genuine $1,000 bill. I didn't bring the real one with me. I just have the replica. So if you're interested in that, my goal was to meet and connect with 1,000 Amazon sellers. So you can see the URL is here, 1000sellers.com. If you want to enter for a chance to win a genuine $1,000 bill, you can do that at 1000sellers.com. And this is also a tripwire. This is a conversation piece. This was an icebreaker. If I come up and hand you a $1,000 bill, original one, and I say, look, have you ever held a $1,000 bill before? That allows me to connect with you and gives us some commonality to talk about. And then obviously I let you know that I'm on a mission here to meet 1,000 sellers. All right, so if you're just joining late, my name is Shawn Hart. This is Private Label Millionaire Secrets, and today I'm attacking Chapter 7. If you have any questions or comments, anything that you want to be shown on the screen, or a question specifically about the book, then just go to your comment section, whether you're watching on YouTube, Facebook, doesn't matter, LinkedIn, where we're streaming this live. Just go ahead and in the comments, ask a question or send a shout out, and I'll put that live on the screen. So without further ado, Chapter 7, the Amazon listing tripwire. My friend Jason Fladlien, whom I met several years ago in Las Vegas, probably 2014, I believe, at an Amazon seller event, he coined this phrase: a buyer in motion stays in motion. What Jason's saying there is that a buyer is not finished buying until the buyer says they're finished buying. It's not up to you or me to decide if my customer's finished spending money with me. No, it's up to the customer. So a buyer in motion stays in motion, which of course is kind of a parody of the law of motion, which is an object in motion tends to stay in motion, right? So think about it from a buyer's perspective. The buyer is on his own path. It's on his own journey. And what we've been able to do by utilizing this whole theory of a buyer in motion stays in motion is we've been able to increase the average order value, the cart value, if you will, and also the lifetime value of every customer that we work with. Actually launched a product back in 2017 with a $39 upfront offer, just $39 refundable deposit on an $800 product. And from that $39 refundable deposit, my average cart value on a $39 offer, mind you, average cart value over $650 by using the whole theory of a tripwire and the idea that a buyer in motion stays in motion. So if you're joining us late, my name is Shawn Hart, co-author of Private Label Millionaire Secrets, and I'm going through each chapter page by page to give you an opportunity to dig deep into the book without actually having to purchase the book. So chapter 7, the Amazon listing tripwire. A buyer in motion stays in motion, from my friend Jason Fladlien. 4 steps to a successful Amazon private label product. And again, if you're not specifically selling on Amazon, it doesn't matter. Don't tune out, because we're talking about launching private label products. That is products that you control. You own the brand and the manufacturing is specific for you. If you want to launch that product, this is one of many ways that we discovered how to do it, called the tripwire. This strategy works for any product across all platforms, but we've used it most on Amazon. For this reason, we'll stick with calling it the Amazon listing tripwire, but feel free to remove the word Amazon from the strategy as your business changes. Here's a note. You can see a complete video walkthrough of this strategy free at listingtripwire.com. That's www.listingtripwire.com if you want to see an entire walkthrough. These fundamentals are strong and will remain unchanged forever, no matter which platform you choose to use. I think you'll agree with me when I say it's difficult to launch a new, highly competitive product on Amazon when you have to start from square one. This is especially true for a new Amazon private label seller who's trying to select their first product or their next product, but it doesn't have to be. With this Amazon seller marketing strategy, you can now launch your first or your next Amazon FBA product with almost 100% certainty of its success. Why am I 100% certain of this? Because not only have I seen this working over 1,000 times in my business, this is working for our clients all over the world in just about every category on Amazon. But it's not what you think. If you're just joining us, my name is Shawn Hart, co-author of Private Label Millionaire Secrets, available on Amazon. But this recording in the series is an attempt to connect with you and answer any questions or concerns you may have with the strategies we share in the book. I just got back from about an 8-day trip, so pardon me, my voice is a little hoarse. I was in Seattle for Amazon's Accelerate conference, and then I went and spent the weekend on my boat down in Southwest Florida. Just getting home late last night, so excited to tackle and hopefully finish my reading of the book throughout the week, because I'm not leaving again until October 4th. So back to the book. What do you need in place for every business and before any offer is made? You need a market. That's what. A group of prospective buyers who are showing strong support for and the willingness to purchase a product or service. Here's the problem, though. Some private label Amazon products are easier than others, of course. But with this private label seller strategy, you'll virtually guarantee your success while trying to launch and rank your next Amazon FBA product. Why? Because you will actually be creating your own in-house market that only you have access to. Stay with me here. Maybe your next hero product listing is expensive to purchase. It's highly competitive. It requires a very large MOQ, or minimum order quantity, or myriad of other challenges. If the product is not easy to get started, then I'd call it high barrier to entry. Is that fair enough? While some products could be called high barrier to entry, it's not impossible to hit the ground running with immediate traction when you launch if you play the long game and stack the deck in your favor. This strategy will show you exactly how you can launch a very successful private label product on Amazon and get that product to take off successfully on day one. This is going to blow your mind, but let me stay hydrated here. I have a little bit of travel fatigue, so pardon me. Nothing like a good cup of decaf coffee. All right, back to the book. It all starts with the offer and then the market. We'll show you how to build your own market to use in your Amazon product launch, and then use that market that you control to kickstart your listing launch. We started our partnership business back in January 2014. Our goal was to launch products on Amazon, get those products ranked quickly and selling well to the point where we stopped seeing easy double-digit gains, and then sell those brands as an Amazon business in a box to investors looking to enter the space. When we started selling on Amazon 2014, We struggled with every launch until we discovered this simple but solid strategy. Our supplier might require us to order too much product for the first order. The product we want to sell on Amazon might seem oversaturated already, or maybe the cost per unit is very high. All these concerns cause us to really pay attention when preparing a successful attack on Amazon Seller Central, because an unsuccessful product launch would be too expensive. What we found is this: if we can first create a list of rabid hyperactive buyers, a starving crowd in a previous chapter, right, for our brand, and then use the list that we own and control for our new products launch, then we are successful each and every time we create a new Amazon product listing. For those of you joining me a little late, I'm now reading chapter 7 of the book that I co-authored, Private Label Millionaire Secrets, and you can listen to the entire sequence at the URL below, pppro.co/Shawn Reads. Back to the book. Now we never have to fold a good hand when it comes to getting a new product up and running quickly on Amazon. Instead, we always start with pocket aces when launching new products, and you can too. We never even need to use rebates or PPC with this tried and true approach. With this strategy, there's literally no need to pay for traffic. Why? Because Amazon sends plenty of traffic for you to build your own list when you approach it like this. You're creating what we call a gateway product that will lead to a profitable and amazingly successful product launch on Amazon every single time. It's like stacking the entire 5 decks of the cards at the blackjack table in your favor before you sit down to play, so you can count on winning every hand in the shoot. It's easy if you stack the deck, right? Launch every new Amazon product with confidence. You can now easily build a list of buyers who are ready to pounce at the moment you launch your next product on Amazon. Remember, too, that you and only you own and control this list of Amazon buyers who've already proven to buy your brand and purchase products in your category. Pretty profound, right? The big idea here is to launch a low barrier product first, to build a list of Amazon buyers, many of which will opt into your list through a well-designed product insert to receive a better product experience, ongoing value, better results, extended warranty, or many other options. Stay with me. When your customer receives your Tripwire product in the mail upon unboxing, she'll be presented with an insert that directs her to a website where she can opt in with an email address to claim something of more value. The best chance to get a customer to act is during this unboxing experience, where she's excited to unveil the purchase she made previously. Have you ever noticed that the most exciting time during a new car purchase is that initial drive home from the dealership? I once flew from my hometown of Indianapolis to Chicago to purchase a Bentley, my very first supercar. I enjoyed that ride home from Chicago, about 4.5 hours, more than the 6 Super Bowls that I've been to. After that, it didn't excite me to drive it as much, but my wife, Crystal, loved it. Had the dealership asked me to review my purchase during that drive, they couldn't have gotten a better review. I was in heaven at that moment and would have been willing to jump into shark-infested waters to keep my new ride. That's the best time to get a customer to do what you want them to, something that's a small commitment for them, but benefits you and your goals. It's not manipulation. It's just human psychology. The closer the give, the better the favor. This strategy of asking for an opt-in at the time where emotions are peaking is what gets us tremendous opt-in results, because the ask is timely. Now, of course, we need to give our customers a very good reason to opt in and re-engage our brand. Sometimes this can be video instructions or warranty registration, free sample product, coupons for future purchases, PDF checklist, or whatever becomes a no-brainer offer to your customer. Think about over-delivering to increase their experience. What's in it for them, okay? We commonly see up to 40% opt-ins if the offer is in line with the product. This means that you shouldn't sell a wagon wheel and then offer a free sample of a computer software. You should offer a buggy whip or a horse brush or something relevant to the first purchase that hopefully enhances the customer's experience with her first product and satisfies an obvious need or a want. For example, if you were to purchase a fitness product, you're more likely to opt in to receive further video instructions for proper use of the product for maximum results rather than opting in for a warranty, right? Think to yourself, what is the next logical need or want that my customer will have immediately upon receiving my product? Remember the customer journey that we discussed earlier? So, this is what I'm talking about. When your customer is on his or her journey, there's an obvious path. There's a product that he or she most likely purchased immediately before purchasing your product. And there's also a product or a service or software or some download that he or she is most likely to purchase immediately after purchasing and using your product. As a seller, as a marketer, as a business owner and product development, you need to be on that path. You need to be the obvious next step in that journey so that you become the obvious go-to seller for that product that your customer is going to need in the very near future. Hopefully, this makes a lot of sense. Take a drink of my coffee here and we'll get back. All right, back to the book. We all begin new journeys each day. Think about the journey your customer is on at that moment. Is she expecting a new child, moving to a new home, buying a new car, trying to lose weight, learning to fly, or anything else? Remember, you are not your customer. You're on a different journey and likely cannot relate to her current journey. Just be sure your offer on the insert is congruent with your product, and don't be afraid to split test a couple offers to see which converts better. You will increase your chances of success greatly by using split test. Never, ever, ever be satisfied. This means that you're always on the lookout for new offers to test against your control offer and be flexible to change once you find something better. This new, better offer now becomes your control while you split test others continuously, never being satisfied with the results. Incremental improvements over time are easy to achieve and should be tested constantly. We've often seen 400% or more increase in our conversions with a split test. So don't ever assume that you've started with the perfect offer and the perfect price right out of the gate. I see this all the time. You launch a product, you come up with a price based on what the competitors are selling for or based on your markup. But remember earlier in the book, your price should have absolutely nothing to do with how much the product costs you and everything to do with the value that you're bringing to the market. We often launch a product, things start going well. We wrongly assume that we've created the best offer, the best price because things are selling, and we're scared to make any changes to the offer because we don't want to risk losing the momentum or lowering the sales velocity that we're already seeing. You coming up with the best price for your offer the very first time out of the gate is likely never ever going to happen. So always, always, always split test. It's better to know now if you're selling too cheap or maybe too high than to wait 2 years down the road when you realize you cost yourself millions of dollars by lowering your pants and selling the product way too cheap. Don't make that rookie mistake. Always, always, always price test the offer, and test your product insert. Back to the book. I know it's hard to change things when everything's working well, but you must test until you get your Mafia offer dialed in perfectly. Here are the details of the Amazon Tripwire. This Tripwire product can be sold at a break-even price to dominate the submarket. By selling at a very attractive price, you'll gain market share quickly and easily. It's very easy to dominate the attention of a market with an amazing price. But this should only be used for a cheap, low-barrier product that's already selling well. This is especially true when your product is nearly identical to others. Other sellers will assume you're crazy as you break even, and they'll be questioning your mental state. But only you will know that you're really just digging a well that will quench your thirst for an upcoming, wildly successful product launch that you're already planning. The overarching idea is to play the long game here. It's okay that you're not getting profits on the Tripwire product. The Tripwire product is not about trying to make profit. That comes later. Just minimize your risk, avoid losses, and be patient as your list builds. You won't be sorry. All right. Let me take a little side trip here and explain to you, for those of you joining late, my name is Shawn Hart, co-author of Private Label Millionaire Secrets, available on Amazon, Audible, and all other formats. What I'm doing here is going through my book word for word, page for page, chapter by chapter, so that I can try to connect with you, the reader, in a way that you otherwise cannot connect if you're just reading the book at home to yourself. And if you follow this URL below here, pppro.co/Shawn Reads. You can literally listen to the entire book 100% free on YouTube. Let's go back to my tripwire, for example. Imagine I'm at an event in Seattle with thousands and thousands of Amazon sellers that I want to connect with. I walk up to you, I hand you a genuine $1,000 US banknote. Yes, the US Treasury used to print $1,000 bills. They stopped in 1934 for some reason. I hand you $1,000 bill and I say, hey, my name's Shawn Hart. I've launched over 1,000 private label products. My goal today is to meet and connect and network with 1,000 Amazon sellers. So if you'd like a chance to win this genuine $1,000 bill, then please just go to 1000sellers.com, right? And opt in there, and I'm going to choose a random winner. What have I done? I've broken the ice with a new seller with my tripwire. I'm giving a $1,000 bill away, which coincidentally is worth about $5,000 to $7,000, depending on the quality right now, right? And it gives me an opportunity to speak to you about some commonality, right? And then my tripwire is get you to opt into my list. Why? So that I can bring you to YouTube to listen to this recording, so that I can invite you to a webinar to do follow-up training, so that possibly sometime in the future when your business needs post-purchase marketing, which is what my company does, then you'll reach out to me and I become the obvious choice to work with you. Hopefully that makes sense. Let's get back to the book here. You can either spend money on ads or pay another list owner to promote your product to their list, which will give you short-term gains, but nothing ongoing. If you spend your time now and take the steps required to build your own valuable list, then you can tap into that list as often as needed to promote your Mafia offers. Once you've collected thousands of contacts through your insert opt-in offer, you will have a massive list of Amazon buyers who've already digitally identified themselves as being interested in your product category. Now, what will happen when you ask them to support the launch of your next product? They already know, like, and trust you. Just put another offer in front of them on launch day and beyond, and watch Amazon reward you with higher page rank, better conversions, and more sales. It will look natural to onlookers, but you will have a secret weapon that you can use any and every time you launch a new product or need to boost sales for an existing product. Yes, it takes more time and planning, but the results will speak for themselves. You're going to spend time on any new launch anyway. Why not maximize the return on that time? This new list will be one of the most valuable assets of your business, if not the most valuable. Here's an example right out of the book, and I'm gonna show you an illustration here in just a moment. All right. So you want to sell a pizza stone. You know what a pizza stone is? It's like a pizza pan, but it's made out of stone, something you put a pizza on and bake it in the oven. I don't know. I don't own one, but let's say you want to sell one. It's heavy, it's expensive, it's competitive, and the minimum order quantity is high, making it a very expensive launch that could go wrong. Don't launch the pizza stone. A failed launch could be too painful and financially devastating. Let's stack the deck so that the odds are on your side. It takes patience, but it's worth it. You find in the frequently bought together product area of your pizza stone competitors listing that most buyers are also buying a certain style of pizza cutter. All right, take a look at this image. This is on page 97 of the book. This image, there you go. This image was taken from Amazon.com and shows the frequently bought together section within a listing. This is a good place to find your tripwire product. Now, pay attention. This is where it gets sexy. Now we're getting somewhere. Back to the book. That pizza cutter is much easier to launch using an obvious price advantage than the pizza stone. This is especially true when you don't need to earn profit from their sales. Your goal? Break even or better and build a massive list of pizza eaters to use for your real launch. This making sense? It's a smaller, cheaper, lighter weight, smaller order quantity requirements, and it's already selling like crazy. So you know for sure the market is ripe. Just dominate this market quickly and more easily with an aggressive price. Now, since we now already know that most pizza stone buyers also buy a pizza cutter, it's safe to assume that a pizza cutter would be a perfect fit for your pizza stone when you launch. Amazon gives you this information in the best sellers page and in the frequently bought together section of the listings of both items. Just go check them out. Does this make sense? Here's what you need. a non-competing, low barrier product for a tripwire. You also need a high converting product insert to harvest customer contact information. You also need a high profit, highly competitive hero product to dominate sales on Amazon. And finally, you'll need an email campaign sent to your list announcing your real product launch. Here's a summary of this chapter in the Amazon Tripwire strategy. When you have an audience who already knows you, likes you, and trusts you, and has already shown an interest in purchasing products within your niche, then your product launch will be successful every time. The best way to build this list is by utilizing Amazon's long arm and droves of buyers to a low barrier product in a similar niche. Why not leverage Amazon sales to create a scenario where you always win? Besides, if you're not looking out for you, then who will be? Not Jeff Bezos, and for sure, not Seller Central. Stop hacking and hustling and start marketing and monetizing today with the Amazon listing tripwire approach to an Amazon private label product launch. It's easier, undetectable, and it works every time. It just takes a little extra planning, but it's worth it in the long run. Dig your well before you're thirsty, and then you'll have water ready to drink when you need it. Build your list before you launch. Be patient and play the long game for long-term success on each new product you launch on Amazon. We've used this approach, and our clients have used this approach across almost every category on Amazon, and when orchestrated correctly, it works without fail. But you don't sell on Amazon. No worries. Here's what you can do. Ask yourself, I don't care if you have a bricks and mortar store, if you have a clicks to order store, if you're selling products, services, I don't care if you're selling bubble tea. Here's what you do. Ask yourself, what else does your customer want or need while on their particular journey, and create a gateway product that opens the door to your sales funnel. Here's some ideas. You have an accounting service. Use a free local seminar to present all new applicable tax laws for your customer avatar. You're in a home security services. Offer a free, no obligation home security audit. Let's say you own a massage company. Offer a free 10-minute massage. You're selling fitness products. Offer free daily workout ideas by text message. You sell insurance. And I actually had someone reach out to me from my reading on the Mafia offer and said, yeah, but my business is different. Don't make the mistake of thinking your business is different. You sell products or services to another user, human to human, right? Your business is absolutely no different. So for those of you who ask me, how do I use this in my insurance business? Here's the answer. Offer a free insurance audit and recommendations. Let's say you're doing car detailing. Offer free self-service outside vacuums. Yes, I can pull up to your service and I can vacuum my car for free. You have a captive audience to sell to. No matter what your business, you can come up with numerous ways to attract your perfect customer with some free value. The idea is to get your potential customer to raise their hand and identify as a perfect customer. Make them opt in with an email or phone number to redeem the value you're offering. This list becomes your hot list of prospects to start working. They've already shown interest in your product or service, and you've already shown that you're the obvious authority in the industry. My name is Shawn Hart. I don't see any questions coming in here. For those of you joining us late, that concludes Chapter 7. Yes, Chapter 7, which is called Amazon Listing Tripwire. I'm going through my book, Private Label Millionaire Secrets, word for word, page for page, chapter by chapter. You can catch the entire reading right here in this URL, pppro.co/Shawn Reads, and that will send you that'll redirect you to the YouTube playlist. I want to say, God bless you. I'm happy to be back on my studio in Indiana, although I love spending time on the boat. Got a little too much sun this time. My doctor called me out on it, said, use some sunblock. What's the matter with you, boy? And now I'm back in Rushville. I'm going to probably finish this up over the next couple of days. So stay tuned. I want you to like, I want you to subscribe, and I want you to share. So take your choice. Go like the channel right now if you haven't already. Follow us, and then share with a friend or a colleague or entrepreneur out there who could see benefit in this. Thank you. God bless you. And I will see you very, very soon.